Hello, everyone. This is Own Wall Street with the TradersPerspective.com doing my midweek analysis. And before you, you have gold on the 4 hour time frame. So the Fed came out with their minutes today, and gold obviously went lower. Earlier in the week, it actually broke under the 1260 level that I was saying was acting as near term support. And then if that it broke, we could be possibly going back to this trend line. So, again, let me just zoom in a little bit. And you could see up here we were looking to build a base around 1260, and price did bounce a little bit, and I was actually saying that if it could pop to about 1275 on the bounce, but it didn't even make it there. Gold ended up stopping quite short. Going back to the 4 hour time frame, where you might remember from my last video analysis, there was a high put in the evening after, I believe, of my video. So actually right here, so here's the 1260 level that I was monitoring around here. And then I mentioned that we would possibly see a bounce upwards off this level here to close this gap and possibly run into this trend line here or the 50 period simple moving average. So one of those variables, I do remember saying 1275 was a possible bounce point. But we hit a spike, closed the gap at around 1270, and since then have been trending lower and lower and lower. So after we broke the 1260 mark previously mentioned, it then acted as resistance. We were kind of pinned. Then we were underneath this 4 hour time frame, the 200 period simple moving average, and price has just basically gone completely down vertically. So let's go ahead and zoom back out to the daily time frame and appreciate the full magnitude of this move today. So what exactly happened and why did we stop here? So right here um, is the uptrend line here over the past few weeks, and you can see that we basically closed right at this trend line. So after failing to break out, we have broken down a little bit, and now we're testing the past few weeks uptrend line. In fact, closed basically on the line. So we are kind of having an interesting situation here. And so what's worth noting here that on a daily time frame we do have a golden cross. So that's a nice technical thing. As far as price action, it's not as pretty as the golden cross itself. So in the near term, I'm looking at a possible bounce for gold. Just looking at this 4 hour time frame and given all of the different confluences that we have here, represented here by this trend line here, and then we have this uptrend line here, which in fact we did close above. So you can see right in this area here, we are bouncing off, and there's a possibility for us to test back around 1245. 12, yeah, about 1245 and some change. So if you're looking to play this for a quick scalp, I mean, that's the level that you'd be looking at around 1244, 1245, and then look for a test of these lows that were put in today, and as well as this trend line. And if we can maintain it, that'll be a nice bullish sign, at least for the end of the week here, heading into next week. But overall, I mean, even looking at the weekly time frame, again, you're just seeing this sell off here. So we broke this downtrend line here, closed on it, and then we could not break clean out from this downtrend line here. So this is a major area right here, and if we're bulls are going to get back in charge, this area needs to hold, and we need to bounce with some vengeance to show that we have the strength. Otherwise, it could get a little bit ugly if we break lower here, and that would put us back into this window here and underneath this trend line. So if we break back underneath this trend line here, then sell pressure will persist, and in the longer scheme of things, we could potentially see gold going back to around 1196. So we have to see what happens, but this is a lot of selling pressure here, and we do have some bullish things happening, at least in the near term, to hold us up, like this 200 period simple moving average on the weekly. And I don't have a sell signal on my weekly yet. Daily time frame, I do have a sell signal generated several sessions back, and it's been nothing but sell confirmed along the way. So again, um, near term, you could play it for a quick pop possibly, but I would just choose to steer clear here and see what happens. That's what I'd be doing. Again, daily time frame, we're underneath the 200 period simple moving average as well as the 50, and so it's not looking too good right now. So if we can maintain support here at around 1236, 1237 area and just maintain this trend line, that would be the first positive step. So we'll see what happens. I'll give you an updated video analysis on Sunday evening around 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This has been a presentation of gold. I'm on Wall Street. Thank you so much for watching.